Nowadays, we're seeing the selection of people who are probably have a genetic bias towards something, a love of it, like running, right? Plus immense amounts of experience. And their nervous system, like he was shaped miling. Right. That's a nervous system that miles. I'll tell you, you can also walk and talk and eat because I've met him, but that's a nervous system that was shaped around running the 1,500 mile. So when you see it, the top 1%, it's so different than like my field where you can't go to graduate school to get a training in neuroscience until you're in your 20s, unless you're a phenom. So you can't go to school for this. And so I think when people look at what they naturally oriented to when they were young and they stayed with that, that's the thing that you had maybe probably a genetic leaning toward.
Do you think there'll be maybe a shift today because there's so much more material that's available to young people? Like if somebody has an interest in science,
absolutely,
neuroscience today?
Absolutely. I think because of the online learning platforms, I think of because of, I even like the sport that I grew up, which unfortunately wasn't very good at, or maybe fortunately, who knows, I was skateboarding, right? So many of my friends went on to start companies, became pro skateboarders. A lot of them didn't, but I didn't have a propensity for it. Kept getting hurt, broke my foot 3 times. I was like so frustrated. It was unbelievable. So I went in a different direction, went in the science direction. Turned out to be my thing. But now, the little kids, literally little kids, boys and girls, like this girl, Reese Nelson, she skates with power on vert. Not like a little kid going, she's got power and technical. And guys like Tony Hawk are like, whoa. It's because they have all this exposure to 900s and tricks and ramps, and there's just way more people feeding the pool of potential professional skateboarders.
Right.
So when you look at the Olympics or the X Games now, you're getting a much greater selection of the huge pool, bigger sample size feeding into it. You're getting the genetic gifts. Her mom travels with her everywhere. She dedicates near 100% of her time to this. So it's a lot of what you were saying, like we're selecting earlier, we're pulling from a larger pool, so you're going to get the genetic freaks. The pole vaulter guy keeps winning world records or beating his own world record. I saw him at the Worlds at Eugene about 2 years ago. He broke the world record. He keeps beating the world record. This guy's been pole vaulting his whole life. He's been pole vaulting as a little kid. So the earlier you get him, the more the nervous system can be shaped.
Well, this is a problem that I see in combat sports. Because in combat sports, you have guys who have a championship mentality. Like they could have been a champion, but they didn't start early enough. And even though they have this extraordinary mind, so do the people that started when they were 4. Like this idea that you're tough, or you say you're the only one that's tough, that's an egocentric idea that a lot of men have. And it's a very bizarre conversation to have with these men. I don't think he's tough. I think if the going gets tough, I'm like, you're never going to find out if the going gets tough because he's going to fuck you up. Like it's not even going to be hard for him. You don't even understand what you're saying. Like there's the mind, the ego plays this like cruel trick on you that doesn't allow you to accurately assess your abilities. So you have this bizarre notion that you are exceptional for no reason whatsoever. And there's a lot of men have that. A lot of men have that bizarre thing. The problem with if you have an incredible drive, an incredible discipline, but you didn't start striking until you're 26. If you have a Thai boxing fight against like a guy like, there's a guy right now who's one of the best in the world. His name is Tawanchai, and he has this insane left kick. He's like so left kick dominant. Like most of his game is his left kick, but it's so goddamn good. He just slams it into guys' arms, slams it into guys' legs, and he has this snake-like movement of his ability to just slide out of the way and then counter and then slam you with a hard left low kick. He's terrifying. And I don't care how tough you are. You don't have that ability. And you probably are never going to get there. Like the margins, the differences of tenths of a second, hundredths of a second here and there. He's so good. You're not going to catch him. So even if you're the baddest fucking dude in the world, in your mind, this is Tawanchai. Let me hear some of this. But go for the beginning. Go to the beginning so you can hear the volume of him hitting the pads.
That's not what you were looking for exactly. This was like a highlight reel.
Yeah, but it's fine. Like go to the beginning where he hits the pads. Oh, it's just good. Yeah, he's got music over it? Yeah. Oh, okay. It's just music over. But this guy is fucking nasty, but he's all left kick. Like it's like 80% of his game, man. It's crazy how much of his game. I mean, he can do everything. The guy does everything. But his left kick is so fucking powerful that every time it hits you, your power bar goes down. If he hits your arms, if he hits your body, it's just like all left kick. Bang, bang, bang. And it's so smooth. He's so good, man. He's so good. So if you're a guy and you're some badass Navy SEAL dude and you're 30 years old and you make it to the Muay Thai gym and you decide, hey, I'm only 30, I'm going to fight pro. You don't have enough time. There's not enough time in the world for you to get to where he's at, and he's going to get better quicker.
Yeah, that guy's brain has a circuit. I'm willing to wage my entire career on this. That is a left kick circuit. Like he's the same way that a tool like a bow is designed for a specific thing. That circuit is like left kick.
Bruce Lee had a saying that don't fear a man who knows 10,000 kicks. Fear a man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times. And that's there's a thing about a guy who's got this one thing that's so like Ryan Garcia has this nasty left hook. That kid's super fast. Yeah, it's a crazy left hook. It's so goddamn good. It's so much better than most people's that everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does it to you. Just whips.
Fast, powerful. Both.
Fast, powerful, distance management, angles that it comes from. It comes up, it comes around. It just hits you faster than you know it's supposed to get there. It's so much quicker and has so much pop on it. It's so dangerous. And like he fought Devin Haney, who is one of the best pure boxers in the sport. He's so good. But he just didn't have the understanding yet that a guy can whip that left hook so fast and catch him and fuck him up in these weird angles.
It's I don't want to
watch this dude's left hook.
Liver shot right here.
There's his liver shot. That's it.
Melted.
He melts a lot of guys with that liver shot. See if you could just give me a highlight of Ryan Garcia's knockouts. He's got one of the, I'm sure there's some of those online, but it's all left hook. Well, like he's got a right hand, but so left hook dominant, and it's so much better than most weapons. He's got a nasty left jab too, but it's just he's got distance management and timing and just the ability to just uncork a shot like right there. Woo! Fade away left hook.
He can out-time it.
Oh, it's just anyone. Well, his speed is just different than other guys, so you don't know that he can. Like, look at that. My goodness. Look, it's a fadeaway left hook. It's so perfect. And when he connects, everybody goes night-night. It's really extraordinary. And it's extraordinary because it's that one weapon that's so good. And when he fought Devin Haney, it was like Devin Haney's like he's only a left hook. Whatever. It's like saying Talon Chai only has a left kick. It's so good. You got
only a left hook that wins.
A left hook that's so much better than everybody else's. He's got a right hand too, but that left hook is